Greetings, Goddess Body, Mind, Spirit community. This is Tyrone Melade, your goddess guru, your spiritual sister. How are you all doing? Y'all know I love helping the women align with their life purpose using the power of ancient wisdom and the goddess centered lifestyle. Good morning. It is Wednesday. It is time for mindfulness. It is time for meditation. It's time for a good time. Okay. Y'all can see my little I decided to come on a little bit today with just a little bit of fire energy. Come on, y'all. It's Leo season. It's Leo season. Work them hips, sisters, okay? We spiritual, but we like to dance. We spiritual, but we like to get, we like to get our little sexy and sensuality on. Let me see who's here in the house. Okay, what's up, Eileen? How you doing, Queen? Good morning. Your presence has been missed, mamas. Oh, wait a minute, here we go. Your presence has been missed, but I know you've been busy. Buenos dias to La Reina Paulette. How are you, Queen? Wealth Rising. How are you, Keita May, honey? Okay. Greetings to the goddess, Morgan, Mystic Storm, Spirituality. Come on, Paulette. I love me some merengue. Okay. Grand Rising to the Queen Bliss. How are you? How are you? All righty. Look, I got the merengue plan for you to get you ready, honey. Get those vibes flowing so you're going to have a good day at work. Let me pull up Virgo Bliss, I should say. Yes, how is everyone doing? Glad you're well. Yes. Yeah, I woke up feeling pretty good today. I said I was going to give y'all an update. It's very different this week. We got to go ahead and get rid of the music. Yeah, y'all. So it's interesting. First of all, we're in Leo season. So I love Leo season, even though, Leo season could clash with my my planets in my chart. I just always love this season. And I woke up this morning, even with sort of hard aspects. I looked at my astrology today and I was like, I just feel Leo this morning. I feel so Leo-esque. I was like, I just want to have fun. So, I haven't been like super disciplined in the sense that it's like, let me just follow my schedule. But this morning has been more of like, um, this morning has been more of like, hey, Sandy, greetings, Queen. This morning has been more of like, let me have fun. What can I do that feels fun? And I think that's an important theme for us right now. Every time the sun goes into a new sign, it's an opportunity to get ourselves reminded of like, what is the magic of this sign? What's the genius in this sign? How can I use it in my life? And to get ourselves tanked up so that we can take this energy on into the rest of our year. And so, Leo is about, like I said, fun, creativity, inspiration, motivation. And so that's what I'm feeling this morning, and I'm happy about it. Now, y'all know last week I was coming out of that the week before, 2 weeks ago, a little over 2 weeks ago, I was a mess. I was a hot mess. Okay. And so last week I was really coming to terms with I had let myself just get out of control with working too much and not taking the cues, like, one of the things I can do is I can trick myself into thinking, "Oh, yeah, I'm doing all the spiritual things like I'm supposed to," because I'm always close to it. I'm always in proximity studying it. So it can trick me into thinking, "Oh, yeah, I'm doing everything I'm supposed to do." But let me tell y'all where I was not catching the clue. Wasn't catching the clue on, I don't know why I can't just take this edge off. It was just like, I don't know, and it was a lot of paranoia and but when you're in a thing, you can't really see it. That's really what it ended up happening. And so, I had, I just say panic attack for, you know, ease and explaining it, but it was something else there. But anywho, panic attack. Um, and what do they all tell you to do? They all say, okay, make sure you take your deep breaths. All the therapists, the counselors, the apps that are about anxiety, make sure you take some deep breaths, and then you wanna monitor your thoughts, and, you need to make sure that you are, like, investigating what is your mind telling you, and this is what I do. I have, like, devoted my life to learning these tools so that I can share them with you all, and so I was like, "Alright, cool. If y'all say this is what I'm supposed to do, that's exactly what I'm gonna do." I've slowed down and been getting more sleep and, doing the breath work, and I still can feel this anxiety. It will, like, ramp up, and once I feel it, immediately I catch it, like, "Hold on, hold, just take some deep breaths, look around, is everything okay? You're good." Bring yourself into the now moment, and I'm like, "Oh my gosh, that's been my medicine. It works because they gave me a prescription." I was like, "Let me just do this first and see what happens." And so I haven't needed to take medicine or anything. I've been feeling normal actually. Mm, Probably, well, the majority of this week. Yeah, all of this week I have just felt like myself. And so, yeah, this stuff works. I didn't like going through it, but now going through it because I had a problem come up, y'all, it works. We got y'all all covered. We got you all covered. So, let's go on ahead and just start just a little bit of energy work. And I'm going to go to a different little sound thing. And what I want to do is I want to talk about this new moon that we have coming up just a little bit. And then I want to start talking about a happy pocket full of money. Again, I know it sounds so like, hold on one second, y'all, materialistic, and the focus is just on money, but it's really about metaphysics. That I love that book. So yeah, I want to let y'all know. Let me just give a few announcements. Number one, maybe 2 days ago, I uploaded a video that is from my Venus retrograde masterclass that I had originally put in my membership. And now it's for people who are enrolled in coaching with me. They can look at all my old classes. But like, one of the things that I want y'all to know is that astrology is a science. And part of the way I know it's a science is there's definitely a methodology, even though it's countless numbers of methodologies. There is a system that we follow when we use astrology. But the other thing about astrology is, how we set up the hypothesis, we go and test the thing, and then we are able to look at you want to look at the results. Well, where a lot of people don't understand because we haven't been properly taught, you know, how to use astrology because it's new to everybody, is you have to go look back. That's why I named that video Sankofa, because we have to look back and see the results of the transits, the major transits especially, see, like, what came from it, and, you know, like, what do we need to do with it? Because it's like the past transits connect to the current transits, and it's like the current transits are continuing the journey. But if we don't pay attention, if we do not have that awareness, of the past transit, if we don't take stock of it, then we just kind of keep fumbling forward. And that's what I don't want for you all. I don't want you fumbling forward. I want each transition to be easy. Doesn't necessarily have to be, or I want it to be flowy. May not necessarily be easy, to be honest. Transitions are not always they don't always feel good, but we can allow ourselves, we can allow the transition to happen, which makes it easier. And, it takes less effort. The more resistance we have, then it's like the universe has to snatch us. I don't want y'all to get snatched. Hey, Shamika, how are you, goddess? I do not want y'all to get snatched. Okay. And I know all y'all know what that means. When we get snatched up by one of the mamas. Ooh. So because I had told y'all Venus is such a pivotal player. She is running this year. I'm telling y'all. Even though Jupiter's been acting a little bit, I'm like, Jupiter, I'm gonna need you to settle down. Venus has really been running the show. So I decided to go look back and see, what did I say about Venus retrograde, which we entered into the new year with Venus in retrograde in Capricorn. And so I want y'all to go back and look at that video, because we're now at a point where the energy that got set up with that transit, and you have to, this is one of the reasons why journaling is so important. Don't let this society make you miss out on your blessings by you skipping journaling. Write down everything you can. Even if, now I'm into, type it in if you need to. We really do need to use pen and paper, though. It's extremely important, especially for things like intentions and goals. You want to write those down, then you can transfer them into like an online document. But you want to kind of keep track of what's going on. And so as I listened to that video, I was like, wow, that Venus retrograde was setting us up um, to prepare for where we are right now. So where we are right now is this. And so I'm telling y'all, if you're on my newsletter list, I sent an email out. It'll be coming out in about 90 minutes. And I talk a little bit more about the new moon. And y'all been hearing me talk about this unleashing of the wild woman. So the video is already up. I made the video yesterday and put it here on the channel. So it's already there. But I talked to you all about the unleashing the inner wild woman. But a lot of this is contingent upon us taking stock of what we've been doing up to now. And some of us are where we need to be. And some of us are like, you know what? I need to get on this, right? I really need to get on this. So I want you all to watch all of these videos, all this content that I'm putting out, because it's really leading us to embodying a version of ourselves that can handle what is required of this moon. This is Leo is inspirational and motivational, but this moon has some energy in it that's a little bit harsh. It will require us to, like, you gonna step up. That's, to me, that's kind of what I get from this moon. It's like, step the F up. And it's being authentic. It's stepping up and being authentic. And it's also requiring us to be brave. Okay. So, and brave doesn't mean you have all the answers. Brave just means, you know what? I'm willing to just move forward and do whatever I need to do in order to get what I want in my life. That's what I want for you all. But I really do think I'm not clairvoyant, and I'm gonna be okay. I'm not clairvoyant, but so many times when I go back and listen to the old videos that I made, I'm like, I may not be clairvoyant, but I am telling people, you better be looking forward to some harsher times. Not every day is gonna be harsh. Okay. I don't want us to have this black and white type of way of thinking. People get so scared when the astrology is rough, but we cannot prosper. We cannot move forward when we don't have the harsher times. Part of the way we thrive is to have gratitude. It's hard to have gratitude when everything is always great. It doesn't seem special, right? But also, when we go through, then what ends up happening is, on the other side, we're able to shed parts of ourselves that are no longer working. It's just part of the human experience. Okay. And so, also in that video about the Leo new moon, I talk a little bit about the energy for this week, and I talk about July 31st. Ooh, it just takes my breath away. Takes my breath away. Let's see. Okay, I love that. I love that. Uh, I think this is ingenious. I think voice memos, and look with the Gemini, of course, the Gemini is going to do the voice memos. So, how do you all keep up with your like when you know something significant has happened? How do you keep up with it? So, for a Geminian, yeah, it might be something like a voice note. I guess for me as a Taurus, I'm very grounded. My moon is in Taurus. I need to write it down. I need pen and paper. I need to write it down. But yeah, I know I love video. So I have multiple videos where I come on and I just kind of talk to kind of get things out of my head to process. That's Pisces. I don't know if y'all know Pisces is definitely about um, video and going live. Yes, it's time to step the F up. It really is. And I'm gonna tell y'all, energy it's a snatching kind of energy. So I want y'all to choose this. I want you to choose to step up and not be the energy of the universe is like no sister left behind. That's one of the things we talk about in it's called Sistership Circle. It's where I'm getting my Women's Circle certification um training. We say no sister left behind. And so I don't want y'all to be left behind. The universe is not going to let you be left behind, but I prefer we just go on ahead and make the journey instead of being snatched. Thank you. Yes, low key binge watch my channel, please. Even the old videos with the horrible sound, binge watch it. I made some of my best sharings back then because I was just so pure in the moment and just here to share. This whole month has been harsh as hell, and I'm over it. I can't wait to move, but I still don't have the money I need, and I refuse not to go on my vacation to Jamaica for my birthday, so I'm working. To me, that is such a good example of what's going on right now. It's a whole lot of us that are doing things that don't necessarily feel fun in order to get what we want. Kudos to you, Bliss. Kudos to you. Oh, to the depth of you it feels. Let's do a little bit of breath work. Sandy says, my partner does voice memos too. He's a Gemini. And then Sandy is a Virgo, Earth, pen to paper. So yeah. Okay. Let me get this going just a little bit. Let's just do a little bit of breath work, a little bit of mindfulness. Because a lot of what we are experiencing is the result of our thinking. And once we decide to have new thoughts and think new things, well, Wayne Dyer said it. If you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. Okay. Love the Geminis. Love, love, love the Geminis. Can y'all hear the music? So let's just go ahead and work on our energy a little bit. Let's go ahead and do our 4 thumbs. And we're working on our meridian system. You want to tap your stomach meridian right here on your cheeks. Take a deep breath in, inhale. Exhale through the mouth. Inhale. And exhale. Okay, we're going to go here to our collarbones. And you want to get all around it. Yeah, we're going to put a bubble of light around you, Virgo. Let's do that. I'm glad you said that. She says she's been thinking positive, but people throwing shade at her. So we're going to put a bubble. We're going to put a bubble around ourselves today. I'm glad you shared that. Let's work on that. Inhale and exhale. Next, the thymus. Right here. Oh, yes. If you go to my website, you know you're going to have to pronounce your name for me. Knoye. I think Noye, no, it's something like that. I'll type in my website, and I would love to have you on my email list. Inhale and exhale. Really hit it. I don't know. I feel like we need to just kind of hold it right here for a minute. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Okay, let's go to our spleen meridian. So it's right there at the bra line for people who wear bras, or, those of us who know where the bra line is, because I don't wear bras anymore. Sort of like at the top few ribs. It's not exactly to the side. It's more like to the side, but still sort of to the front. I love tapping the spleen meridian because, like, if you have undigested emotion, maybe with bliss, if people are throwing shade, you can just kind of thump here, and it will digest, help you digest your food, help you digest unprocessed emotion, help you, digest anything that needs to be metabolized and broken down. And it's the mother meridian. So she helps bring all the other meridians online. So the next thing I want y'all to do is I want you to take your fingertips and put them on your palm, on your temple, just right there on the side, and press in just a little bit. And we're just going to hold it. Just take a few deep breaths in and exhale. And we're exhaling through our mouths. Inhale and exhale. And everything that I'm showing you here, I hope that you take it with you into your day. Inhale and exhale. Just be in the moment, sisters. Good. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to reset the meridian that runs across the top of our head. I know there's central meridian, and I don't know why I always forget the other meridian, but you're just going to start here at the front, and you're going to go over 1, 2, 3. Let's do 10 times, okay? So this is like creating a reset for the body. It's like clearing the dry erase board. So 1, 2, 3. Let's do 3 more. 1, 2, 3. So bliss, whenever people throw shade at you, 1, 2, 3. Do 1 more, y'all. 1. So a lot of times when I feel that way, it could be just for a moment. Maybe it was just like some interaction that I had with somebody in passing, and it just didn't feel good to me. 1, 2, 3. But if I feel like, nah, this is really bugging me, I'll do 10 times, okay? Okay. Okay, so let's just go on ahead and cut some cords. I want you to imagine that you can close your eyes if you wish. And we want to imagine that there's a golden white column of light coming down over our bodies. Okay. We just feel that energy coming down over our body, and it's cutting all the cords. And one of the things I want you to use as a guidepost is once you cut all the cords and you swipe your head, are you able to feel completely reset and you don't feel any, like, you don't really think about the things that maybe your mind has sort of been like ruminating over? Maybe it's somebody who irritated you. They said something that really irritated you. You can try to go back and see, do you still feel irritated? That's what all of what we're doing. It will help to reset all of that. Okay. And so you cut the cords, and I say cut the cords from everything and everybody. You want to see that you have no cords extending out from you, and that your energy is fully coming into you. Okay. And now what I want you to see is a golden white bubble of light. Envelop yourself into a golden white bubble of light. Beautiful. And infuse this bubble of light. Let's put a little bit of yellow in there for Leo. It's already golden white, but we'll infuse a little bit more yellow in there. Maybe some pink, some blue, whatever color, purple. What colors do you want to infuse your bubble with? And so as you go about your day, I want you to see yourself enveloped in this bubble. And when people say, for instance, in Bliss's case, when they throw that shade, you have nothing can come into this bubble except for love. And so the shade that gets thrown, the bubble makes it bounce off. But we have to go out of our way to like say, okay, wait a minute, I got this bubble up. Or you know what? This is what we can also say. I'm about to bubble up, baby. Just imagine the bubbles around us, and then we just go into our own world. And people who are not a part of peace, love, positivity, harmony, focus, whatever is your mission in that moment, they are not welcome into the bubble, and they will get ignored or whatever. I hope that helps. So we're just going to stay in this vein of being a little bit more relaxed. I don't know if y'all heard that music, but I'm going to turn it off for the body scan. I want to do a body scan with y'all this morning. And, oh, shoot. That was one of the first things I did after I had my anxiety a few weeks ago. Is the body scan actually kind of like popped me back into my body, and I've been feeling better ever since. So if you would just go on ahead and close your eyes or drop your gaze, and you want to begin feeling your body in whatever parts of your body that are touching maybe the ground or the seat that you're sitting on. Take a deep breath in and exhale. And again, just notice the connection between your body and the earth. And allow your body to rest further down towards earth. Equally feeling into a sensation, real or imagined, of the earth rising up to meet you. Meeting your relaxation and just downward energy with a lift. Now, notice your toes. Not necessarily seeking sensation, but just simple awareness of noticing, witnessing the toes, both right and left side of the body. And you may feel something or nothing at all, but just stay with awareness of the toes. And awareness of the feet now. Right foot, left foot. Inner arches, the tops and bottoms. Awareness of ankles and heels. Notice the shins, the calves, the knees, and the back of the knees. Inviting in all sensation or none with equality. Treating all that arises equally. You just want to allow spaciousness and be open to whatever arises. Just noticing. Beautiful. Notice the thighs and the hamstrings, the front and the back side of the upper legs. Notice the hips, exploring sensations in the pelvis, glutes, front, back, and sides, all 360 degrees of the hips. And draw awareness up to the belly. Aware of the belly movement with the breath. Aware of the low back, the kidneys. Whether this awareness of internal organs is real or imagined. And then notice the chest. Can you feel or hear your own heart beating? Notice your chest on the front and the back. And from the chest, awareness of the shoulders. And just ease in the shoulders as you explore the right, the left, the front, and the back. Now follow the felt energy of the shoulders down into the arms, upper arms, front and the back of the elbows, forearms. And notice the space in the palms of the hands. And with the mind's eye, feel the thumbs in each finger. Notice the back of the hands. And bring your awareness now to the throat. the neck, the very back of your head, the chin. And just take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, relax and release your jaw. Noticing the tongue and the inside of the mouth. Awareness of your ears, your nose, your eyes. Aware of ease in your forehead and the space behind your eyes. Notice the sensation along the underside of the top of your head, and then the outside too, the crown of your head. Just feel a sense of open spaciousness at the very top of your head. And now, rest in the sensation of the whole body, aware of the full body, complete, connected, whole. Remembering again the connection between this body, your body, and the earth before you slowly open your eyes. I hope that y'all enjoyed that. Mm, okay, new life, welcome. Welcome, welcome. I'm going to change the banner really quickly. That way, oh no, in this banner, you can see goddessbodymindspirit.com. I would love if anybody wants to join in what I do. That's one of the places to start. I'm going to go to, uh, also, I have a Mighty Networks for those who want to come in there. I just ask that y'all come in and be active because I'm paying for this. This ain't no free Facebook group. But this is another way to connect. You can come into the Inspired Goddess community. It doesn't cost anything to be in this community, but it does. Like there are times when I'm there when I'm not any other place. Oh my gosh, Mystic Storm, this makes me so happy. Uh, I do this to hear these kinds of comments. I want y'all to feel this way. You are so welcome. You're so welcome. When I started doing mindfulness, I was like, I got to get this out to the sisters, okay? You're welcome, Kita May. Those body scans are life. So I have to make sure I do a little bit more of that. But yeah, when I looked at that one, I was like, I wanna do something that's grounding, and, ooh, as I was saying it, I was like, "Oh my gosh, am I gonna be able to finish?" Um, so I'm just gonna say Noye. I'm gonna say it in the most beautiful way that I can say it, which y'all welcome Noye. So glad that you are here. If you go to goddessbodymindspirit.com, that's where you will find how to get onto the email list. I love that you're always journaling. The fact that you are a Taurus, Moon, Leo ascendant, and a Scorpio. Yes, we're all going through. You have all the signs that are really being affected by these eclipses. But I'm so glad that you're here. Just asked. Yes. Okay. Oh, leave the only place you know. Is that what you? Is that because it says live, but I think you mean leave. So we're holding space for you. Okay. And then greetings to new life. I think you're new here. I just want to ask you all to hold new life. Scorpio, soon to, I think, be a first time mom, and she needs inner peace. Recently lost her child. So I my heart goes out to you, new life. And I'm just asking all the sisters to send both Noye and New Life good energy. We'll send everybody good energy, but we see they're struggling. They're newer sisters here. So yes, thank y'all so much in advance. Y'all in a really good place. This is like the most loving community. And so yeah, the sisters will hold space for you. And we're just glad that you're here. And right now, the best thing to do is to join my new moon workshops. I will say what I did because the new moon workshop is closed. Um, I I'm going to create a video that's based on the slides that I shared with the sisters who came to the new moon workshop. And let me pull this up real quick and put them inside of ah, what did I share? Hold on one second. I shared the wrong window. Hold on one second. Share, share screen. There we go. Windows. There we go. Boom. What I did was what I'm gonna do is this Leo masterclass is something I created years ago. I love this class so much because it's about us helping us to align and just really buy into our gifts and talents. And Leo season is that time to do that. And so I created this masterclass years ago, but every year I update it. So if you bought the class before, then you're already in the class and you're getting the updates. If you were in the Leo new moon retreat, I dropped you into this. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through the slides and create a whole separate video. I have to do that today because I just decided to do this yesterday. But if you need a boost, if you need something if you feel like you need some inspiration and you just need somebody to give you a word, that's what this is going to be for you. It's an extremely affordable price. $25, y'all. It seems like when I sell stuff cheap, nobody buys. When I start upping the price, that's when everybody buys. But I'm gonna keep this one affordable. um, but I do have to create an extra video for this, but it will help you to understand what this time is about and to so if you're kind of feeling like you need something, you want to connect with my work, that's one of the reasons I pulled this up. I was going to do it anyway, but that's one of the reasons I'm pulling this up, So drop into my goddess community, or you can also come here and get this masterclass. And I'm going to tell y'all one of the reasons that I love understanding Leo and the sun, like your own personal sun in your chart, and Leo season, and just what astrology has done for me is when I started looking at my chart, um, there was a lot of denial. So I was doing my best to avert being this spiritual teacher and guide, because it just feels so taboo, and it's not anything, I feel like it's not approved by a lot of people, and I just wasn't ready for the heat at the time. Um, and so I was like over here in my Virgo energy, but my son is in Pisces. But it's like I have this Virgo energy that it makes me like, oh, I'm a health and wellness coach and fitness instructor. But for some reason, it just never could take off. And so when I started looking at my sun and where my sun is, which is in Pisces in my fifth house, number one, if you have the sun in Pisces, for real, you're creative. Now, you may not be like a traditional artist like what we think about, but you're creative. Planets in the fifth house will make you creative. And so the sun in the fifth house, it's like ultra creative. So that's where a lot of the dancing that I do, and was doing before. I was teaching dance and fitness, dance fitness and teaching dance and performing. Pisces, spirituality. And the more I looked at that sun and Pisces, and I was just like, I really need to accept I am here to teach spirituality, because my Mercury is there also. And Mercury is like, what are you skilled at? Or maybe what can you teach? And I was just like, I really need to accept that I am here. I am a creative, not an artist necessarily, but I am a creative. I am a leader, because where your sun is where you'll be a leader. I'm a spiritual leader. I do need to incorporate dance, which I've been resistant to here lately, but I've just been like, that sun is in Pisces in the fifth house. You're gonna have to bring more dance in. And the ladies in my new moon retreat got to experience a little bit of my inner dancer, because I taught them samba. We did samba for that particular retreat. Um, and then if you have the sun in the fifth house, then you more than likely will feel like, I want my own business. And so I just have accepted this is what I came here to do, to have my own business as a spiritual teacher, uh, who dances. And that's what this Leo class is all about, is helping you to accept this is what you came here to do. This is how you came here to shine, and stop running from it. Most of us are not doing the tried and true. Even if you are in a traditional um, career, when I say traditional, one that we've been raised up to think, okay, this is an option. Most of y'all doing something different within that career. Y'all on the scene doing readings. I know Eileen will be telling me sometimes she'll be at work and she's like, what's your sign? And what's your sign? She there talking all this spirituality because she's very spiritual. So even though she's a nurse, she on the scene using astrology, right? We're not just showing up, just like clocking in and leaving. So we want to embrace it. And not all of us are going to make money at our gifts and talents. Let's just go on ahead and accept that. Sometimes we just need to have fun. We just need our passion to be our passion. We don't need to monetize all of our passions. And that way it might get you to actually doing it. Okay. That's why I'm saying it. Some of us think, well, it's not on this level, it's not that good or whatever. Uh-uh. We just going right on ahead, and we're going to go on ahead and do that thing. So I want to ask you all to let me know what's something that you're like, I always want to kind of learn how to do this, and I just haven't done it yet, but I think I might go on ahead and give it a try. And it might take a little bit of courage, that lioness courage. Y'all know lionesses, they not really they nothing to trifle with. They the ones that's out hunting. All right, so we want to raise up that inner lioness, be brave, be bold, and go try something new. That is really what is the mandate of this new moon. Okay. But yes, if you aren't in the new moon retreat, if you're not a part of the coaching, then this might be an option for you if you want to if you need something right now. Okay. Mm, you're welcome. Yes. The meridians, I am telling y'all, the meridians is how I have that's another reason why I have been able to get myself back online is I'm constantly swiping and inhaling and exhaling and tapping on these meridians. Um, because what happens with the meridians is it's like life happens every day. Our thoughts can get our meridians thrown off because the meridian system is set up to make adjustments to help our energy, to support us in whatever it is that we're doing. And a lot of us have a lot of stress and we haven't learned to train our minds. And so our minds are just racing, they're ripping, they're running. The other thing might be we're just taking in too much into our energy. And so the meridian system is adjusting itself to handle all of this. But what happens is if one meridian goes offline, so right here, this is called triple warmer. That's why I had y'all put y'all's hands right there on your temples. As a matter of fact, anytime you kind of feel like, I don't even know what to do, I'm so confused, or like things are going crazy, think about how sometimes we just like standing here like this. This is what my teacher was teaching us. You just want to do it more intentionally. As soon as you start feeling that stress, put those hands on the temples. You can also take your fingers and just push them into your forehead, but you want your thumbs on your temples. Inhale and exhale, okay? And that's gonna start bringing because the body is, like, responding to stress, and it's, like, sending the blood and all the focus and attention to survival, and so we have to go out of our way to bring it online. Otherwise, these meridians, they get blocked. And they're offline. They're not lined up with one another because it's a system and they all kinda connect. And so we have to take that time to bring our meridians online and, to get our bodies so one of the reasons I did that grounding meditation is we wanna feel grounded, we wanna feel safe. Once we do that, possibility opens, okay? Possibility opens. Yes. Thank y'all. Pronounce the K, Kanoye. Am I saying that right? Because it's the last part that I was not sure about. Kanoye. Thank you. Thank y'all. Yeah, I'm gonna put this up here because we need to honor the moms who have lost their children. This is no freaking joke. Life. Okay. So, Kanoye, we honor you. She said, I send you my love. My son was murdered 10 years ago. My spirit guides had me leave Arizona at his 10-year anniversary. My son has been guiding me. I love that. I woke up at the ninth year of his murder, after his murder. I'm thinking is what you mean. So yes, we have to have the moms who have experienced loss of children in a variety of ways. It doesn't even matter if it's a mom who was pregnant and didn't give birth to the baby. Doesn't matter how far along she was in a pregnancy. Mother who's lost an adult child does not matter. This is no joke life, and we have to make sure we do not create darkness around that. We have to bring that into the light so that they feel seen, heard, validated. We may not understand it if we haven't been through it, but we can hold them. And that's what the majority of them want. They just need a moment to be held so they can catch their breath and, get a new bearing in life, just like Kanoya was talking about. Um, sh her son, she was able to wake up after 9 years, and they need that time. They need that opportunity to get their bearings. Leo ascendant here, need to understand my Leo side more since it feels like the polar opposite of my Virgo sun side. Yes, Sandy. Yes. Ah. It's interesting that you say that because right now, this moon is actually a Leo Virgo moon, and it's just astrology. I can't fully explain it without just sounding super technical. But what I say is a lot of people don't understand that the Virgo in us can help the Leo part of ourselves that shines be better at it and have more discipline. And because Leo is about excellence, so Virgo can help Leo be even more excellent. But I do think we have to cultivate that lifestyle that supports our giftedness, our talent. If we aren't doing things that allow us to feel safe to share and to shine and to engage these unique parts of ourselves, then we find my biggest thing is I don't want y'all to be on y'all's deathbed. And I know it sounds hyperbolic and all dark, but it's how I think. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think, okay, last day, what do I want? Where do I want to be? As I know I'm about to check out, breathing my last breath. I did it all. I don't want y'all to be like, oh my goddess, I have something on left, which was that dream that I had back in 2017. And then when I had that extreme anxiety 2 weeks ago, I was like, okay, this is it. I didn't get it all done. Please let me stay so I can finish it. I promise I'm going to finish it. And I was so grateful when I realized I'm not dying. I'm not dying. I'm going to do this work. So we need that Virgo. We need that Virgo. We need Virgo and Leo energy mixed together because they both help us to be excellent. You're welcome, New Life. Hey, Natasha. Hey, how are you? Good. Yeah, I love that's it, Sandy. Like rebooting a computer. Exactly. Exactly. Paulette, I feel for the past 20 years, I've been listening and doing what other people told me it was right, told me what was right to do. And for the past 2 years, I feel like I have so much built up in me that I don't know how to express it. Such a great comment. Let's talk about this. You know, one of the things I believe in is baby steps because that video of Venus retrograde that I told y'all about earlier is the word that stood out for me with that one. And I'm pretty sure I talked about it in the full moon live stream for Capricorn patience. I was like, that's right. I need to be patient. So let's go back, Paulette, and talk about the this new moon with Virgo. So Virgo is about taking steps, one step and then the next step and then the next step and then the next step. So I think for you, something that would be really good would be to brain dump it. Let me know if you've already brain dumped it. Get it all on a big piece of paper. I went out and bought a, one of these little artist notebooks and said, well, this is how I'm going to have to start like getting stuff out on a piece of paper. It just doesn't work for me. I need a big piece of paper. Maybe I have something like Leo or Sag in me because Sag and Leo is like go big or go home. Okay. My inner Sag and Leo is like, get a big piece of paper, Tyra. And so I just start writing things down. And after a while, it's like I figure out which ones are kind of like together. And then I might pull up another sheet. And, I'm a extreme conservationist, so I'm going to use both sides. But then maybe I'll group them. And then I start looking at what's the priority. Like, what can I do right now? What can you do right now that's authentically you, Paulette? And then maybe a short term, I'm going to go for this at this point, like 6 months down the road, 12 months down the road, and maybe some other things that are a little bit further out, 2 to 3 years down the road. But you want to just figure out where can you start right now, and then that getting it all out on paper, brain dumping it will help you to actually see, okay, what's what. And once you can actually see it, then you want to use your Virgo energy to get you to baby step. I'll do this one first, then this one, and then this one. And if you don't know what to do to get it going, let's say, like for me right now, I want to become fluent in Spanish. So, I had to sit down and say, okay, what are the things I need to do to become fluent in Spanish? And I found an app or a website, and now that's step one. Step two, set up on your calendar, when are you going to practice your Spanish? And then as I go through, after a while, I'm going to brain dump, and maybe I'm going to, I have friends who speak Spanish fluently, or maybe I'll say, come on, Paulette, let's do this thing. Baptism by fire, baby. I'm gonna become fluent, so I gotta talk to Spanish speakers and get caught up, right? And maybe even further down the road, maybe I'll tell myself, okay, well, another part of this is gonna be I'm gonna make a trip to a Spanish speaking country, and become even better that way. So that's how the Virgo works in helping us. That I'm talking about something that I want to do actually out of enjoyment, but maybe it's you followed something that I kinda get caught up on, because this is a downfall that I had, a pitfall with all this Virgo energy, being extremely health conscious. I used to be an extreme health, conscious person, to the point where it was a little bit annoying. Like, before there is what there is now, there was Tyra in the '90s. Um, and, Then I got to a point where I was like, I don't care what any expert says, nothing. I was even having this conversation with myself this morning. I was like, my body is the final say so on how I eat, what I eat, how I exercise, my sleep, all of that. Now I'll take in information, but I only listen to me. And so, for me, if it's unpacking what I bought into when I was extreme, like this health nut, which is nothing against health nuts. I, that's what I was. I was a health nut, um, and I don't say that being uh, in a derogatory way, is what I'm trying to say. Because I know people who are extremely healthy, they get labeled health nut, and it feels negative. I don't say it negatively, but yeah, during my health nut times. Um, so what I had to do is come up with a list of, like, okay, maybe, I've listened to what people say about, like, what time to eat, and I'm just going to test it. That's the first thing I'm going to focus on. What time should I eat? Because maybe that's the thing that's the most pertinent for me. Timing, right? Which for me right now, timing of eating is important. Or maybe the next thing would be, okay, I need to explore, like, what really is a healthy lifestyle. What does it mean to have a lifestyle that's healthy, that is sustainable, that can morph and change with me, um, you know, throughout the years. And so maybe I go sign up for some courses, and then as I sign up for these courses, I might hear some things that I know, and then I might hear some new things, and then I get to kind of like pull it all together, and now it's authentically based on me. So I hope that makes sense. You said, now I just want to share my truth, but I don't know how it will be received. That's what I'm working on. Yeah. The Leo season is for you, Paulette. Leo season is for you, Queen. Because one of the things that I'll tell us all is it's important for us to model other people. This is one of the things that I've learned as an NLP practitioner is when we don't quite know what to do, then we go find somebody who's already doing it, and then we model them. And part of modeling them is getting into their minds. And it's so easy to do that nowadays because most everybody's on social media. There's an interview that someone's done of them. They've shared a book or something. So people who are sharing their truth, what do they think? How do they live? How do they operate? And then you begin to mold yourself. We are literally clay. This is the energy of Oshun, the goddess Oshun. She is about being a shapeshifter. And a lot of times when we think shapeshifter is sort of like being strategic, no, a shapeshifter is I am who I want to be when I want to be. So if I want to be somebody who's unapologetic in her truth, I may feel like I don't exactly know how to do that because I haven't done it. That muscle in me is weak. So I'm going to go find other people who do it, and I'm going to take on their persona, um their mindset, their habits, their ways of being and thinking and feeling, and watch when they share their truth. Cause I used to watch my husband. He was one of the first ones I would watch. And I was like, he just says what he thinks and feels, and he gets it out and he just goes about his day. I used to think that was so fascinating. So it's important for us to look at people who do this and then say, okay, that's what they do. That's what I'm going to do. And it could be for anything, you know, but I do encourage you to study the people who are authentic and they speak their truth. And that will help to unleash this inner wild woman that I'm telling you all. That's part of the mandate for us for this year. Unleash your inner wild woman. And when you do, I am telling you, you do not care what other people think. And it's extremely liberating and freeing. But it does start with doing it. And what happens for me, especially when it comes to sharing my truth about spirituality, which I have two ways of thinking about this. Number one, and this can apply to anything, but for me, it's largely like the topic of spirituality. Number one, initially I was terrified. And then after a while, I was like, you know what? Who are you to tell me? Like, you get to have your opinion, and then I got to just buy into your opinion. No, I will share my truth. And if you're uncomfortable with it, that is your business. I do not even care. Because I'm all y'all dumping on me, and I'm sitting over here feeling horrible about myself, sneaking in my spirituality, and everybody else is living theirs. They doing a spiritual thing that's allegedly more acceptable than mine, right? But even in the spiritual, not religious world, trust and believe is a lot of judgy people, and they'll try to tell you how you're doing stuff wrong. And my thing is this: nobody's gonna tell me what to do with my life. Because on the day that I die, I'm not going to say, yeah, I totally lived out somebody else's life. I think one of the things I talked about in the video that is for the new moon here on my channel is something that I heard. It's better to live your dharma, your purpose at 10% than to live someone else's at 100%. Because if we are living 100% someone else's dharma on the day that we die, just get ready to get your ticket rebooked for coming back here to finish up what you didn't finish. Most of us are here on that itinerary anyway, right? And something that I say to myself, it sounds morbid, but I'm a Scorpio, so this is just how Scorpios be rocking and rolling. If I knew I had 6 months to live, would I be scared to speak my truth? I would be telling everybody everything that was on my mind. I would be on YouTube 24/7 just telling everybody everything. So in this moment, I need to be authentic and live fully. Why am I selling myself short right now? Okay. So that's one vein. Now, in the other vein, I think to myself, I do not cast my pearls before swine, straight from the Bible. And I don't say that to disparage anybody. What it means to me is I do not waste my breath. I will not waste my breath and argue with you about my spirituality, about my truth in the world, you know? If we can have a conversation, which I'm one who can hear somebody who has a different opinion from me, I can sit and listen, maybe not initially, but eventually I can sit and listen. And typically I can take something from it. But most people don't have that ability. They just want to be right. They want everybody to be like them because then they'll feel better about themselves, you know? And so once I realized it's a situation like that, it's like, guess what? You don't even deserve to know what I do. You don't deserve to know none of this this beautiful wisdom. But for me, a lot of people love my energy. They may not know anything about like where I stand on a lot of these social issues. They may not know about my spiritual systems and ways of being or whatever, but they'll be like, it's just something about you. I like your energy. As soon as I realize this is somebody who they're not accepting of me, because, folks will tell who they are. They will show you who they are. As Maya Angelou said, believe them, dear sisters. Believe it when people are showing you who they are. Do not make it up in your mind. Oh, I'm being negative and I probably just need to give them a chance. No, you probably seeing it right, especially if it's like repeating. Because, sometimes our minds, our anxieties and stuff like that will have us paranoid and we totally thinking somebody's against us and they're not. That's not what I'm talking about. It's like, no, this person keeps sniping me, whatever it is. Then that's when I'm like, no, you don't deserve my ashe, which is my pearl. Okay. So it's two camps, and you just have to decide which camp is this person going to be in. Is it the camp where you finna hear every piece of my truth, or are they in that camp of, you know what, I'm not, baby, I'm too busy over here manifesting my great life to have this conversation with you. Okay. Ah, drop the A. Okay. Kanoi. Thank you. Tell me if I said that correctly. Correct. Tell me that I said that correctly. Kanoi. I love this name. Is this from another country or is this a good old African American name? Whatever it is, that name is fire, baby. I love that name. To fully walk in my light unapologetically. Let's do that. Let's do that, Keita May. Hi, Nexodus. Kanoi. Oh, Kanoi. You just told me. Okay. Thank you. Kanoi. I love this name. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Bliss. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Thank you, New Life. Yeah, it I love coming on here. I want to come on more. I just have to get myself freed up a little bit during the week. Okay. I found space to forgive the young man. This is from Kanoi. Because this evil has been placed in our babies. Oh, wow. What gorgeousness in this. The young man that committed this crime is all of our sons. I got to meet his brother 6 years later. It gave me a love for him. Love wins. My heart is so full right now. Wow. Mm-mm-mm. That just goes to show you healing is possible. What a goddess you are. What a wise soul. And wow. Yes. It reminds me of something I heard about the Native Americans and also in the African traditions. When somebody is doing things that are hurtful to other people, they're like, okay, this person is wounded on the inside of themselves. Let's bring them into, the community and love on them. What time is it? Okay. I am going to have to get off soon because I have a meeting. Good morning, Ashley. How are you, goddess? Yes, you caught alive again. For some reason, I feel insecure in front of a blank paper, but I will try. Well, Paulette, maybe you need to brain dump in a voice note, and you might have to do multiple ones, but brain dump in a voice note. But the thing about the paper that I'll tell you that I do is I just start with like, okay, first thing I can think of is this. And sometimes I try not to think. It's just like, I'm just going to write some stuff down. And you could even write down like, I really don't know. Like it's so much up there. I can't get it out. And then you just keep writing and writing and writing that. Like, I want to talk about A and and B and C and D, but I don't even know what to talk about A because like when I was 9 years old, I wanted to do, and so it'll come out something like that. Okay. So maybe you turn on a video and just start talking. You might have to kind of, mess around with your way of doing the brain dumping. Yeah, I agree. Noye, excuse me. Kanoi, you are a strong woman for real. I can't even imagine that place. Your heart on the scale of my eye. Your heart would be lighter than a feather. 100. Thank you for saying that, Queen. Natasha, you nailed that. Wow. Okay. We will do this. We will do this, Paulette. It's not the last circle. It is what I will offer to people who couldn't make it to the circle. This is the alternative. I think I'm gonna start doing this every month. But yeah, this is the alternative. There is one video I need to upload into there, Natasha, but for sure, the through the signs video, what this new moon means through the signs video is in there. And yeah, what did I put in there? So you get the Leo Masterclass. Uh, what does this 2022 moon mean? And it's going to go through the signs. And then in the workshop, I always have those slides. I really did not go through the slides in depthly because I wanted to talk about unleashing your inner wild woman more. Also, I should say. So I'm going to go through those slides more deliberately and talk about what this new moon means. So that's what the 25 daughter class is. And you know what? I might drop in here maybe some what do you call it? A subliminal for shining and feeling confident or something like that. I have to see. I don't know for sure. Don't quote me on that. But if you didn't make the new moon workshop, this would be the alternative. Yeah, I agree. Bliss. Hello to all the new goddesses. Yes, thank you. Mystic Storm. Wow, I recently figured out I'm a shapeshifter, and to know Oshun shapeshifts brings everything home for me. You are so Oshun to me, Mystic Storm. You are like when I look at you, I think Oshun. I just it's just how I feel. You are very Oshun, so I'm not surprised to see this. Aw. Yes. Gratitude for this beautiful space. The space of community is heart fulfilling. It really is. Also, to be able to be me, I'm ready to unleash her. Yes. I always struggled with what people think. A lot of people do that, Kanoe. A lot of people do that. Yeah. Relearning. Oh, so good. Relearning and pulling off layers. I came straight from the church, like so many of us, when I woke up. So the struggle was real. Oh, Seventh Day Adventist. Yeah. Ah. Okay. Okay. Your dad named you. I love your name. I love your name. That's interesting about your phone number, that your phone number doesn't show up. So I wonder as you begin to unleash your inner wild woman, how is that going to affect that? I really do think that that's maybe that some protection of some sort that you put in place. Yeah. Okay. There we go. Your number is invisible and you feel like they're hiding you. Is it out of protection? Do you feel like they're hiding you? Good morning, learning. Yes, 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 yes. Yes, I will do that. Now the link for the Leo class is in the description box. I don't know if I said that, but the link for this is in the description box of this video. Greetings. How are you? Okay, Natasha. Um, let me. What your moon is where, Ashley? Okay, I think this is a great question. Um, I do think it's multi-layered, but I'm going to answer it generally. I think that the eclipse can throw off your the lunar eclipse can knock off your menstrual cycle because um, the eclipses are initiation energy. It's just how it is. Sag moon. Okay. So your moon, is related to your cycle to a certain degree. It seems like your Capricorn rising. Let's see here. So, yeah, I'm gonna say generally the eclipses are initiation energy. And so whenever we're going through initiation, um, it will create a reset of our cycle. So like when I used to go and help the priestesses, which one of my priestess sisters is on here? Greetings to Priestess Ellen. Whenever I would go to their initiations, my period would always shift. I would typically start like 10 days early. Or whenever I would go to an event that my godmother was hosting, it was like I always knew I was going to start my period early. It was like I don't know how to explain it, but sometimes even before I got there. So it wasn't even syncing with women. It was going into the initiation space. My body was like, okay, new beginnings. We're getting ready to do the new beginning things. Cause I don't really see the period as I guess it's sort of like a purge, but it's also the onset of, being able to plant the seeds. Um And so it was like I was always getting myself ready for that initiation. And that's what's going on with these eclipses. We are in a lot of initiation energy. Another thing, though, that I know that's happening, I don't remember the degrees of your planets in Taurus, but Uranus is really causing, I think, a lot of us to lose, our period to go away or our period gets thrown off. Our hormones get thrown off. If we have planets in Taurus, we may have experienced that. I have lost I'm in menopause now, and I know a lot of it is just because Uranus has been hanging around my moon. And so that's another way that I'll look at it also. Now, I will say, based on what Natasha said, is, some of us may find it's a period of time where we mince more with the full moon or more with the new moon, or, maybe some people are like clockwork. It seems like I used to be like, I knew the day I was going to start. I never really kept up with it, using the calendar, but um, okay, Kanoi. I love that. I feel that I am that same woman, Kanoi, to be honest with you. Ah, here's to my online group, the Mighty Networks Key to May. I was eating too much spinach and strawberries and it threw my cycle off, but it didn't start back until the eclipse back in May. Yeah, I think that the eclipses it could be the food too, because it's multi-level. That's why I was like, it's sort of hard to say for sure, but I love that Kanoi. Yeah, let them think you're tripping. It's all good. They should come out and join you. That's what I would say. If you think I'm weird, come join me. Then you're gonna see why I do it, and then you're gonna be out here telling me why am I not out here with you. So this is what begins to happen once you just allow yourself to shine. You just get bold with it. Yeah, Ashley. Yeah. How do you highlight the name? Are you talking about the name? Which name? Okay. Ah, I see. Okay, cycle. I knew what you meant. um, yes, 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 yes. So, I am gonna run because I have to get on a call in about 20 minutes, and I want to go on ahead and like shift myself from being here with you all to getting on that call. Like I said, that call is about me continuing to cultivate myself as um, a circle facilitator, a women's circle leader. It's what I came here to do. Let's see here. What else do I want to tell y'all? And let me see what Keita May. Are you talking about to the I don't know, Keita May. I love this so much. One day we're gonna talk about a happy pocket full of money. I mean to talk about this every week, and then we just have the best conversations. Last week I was so busy preparing for that new moon workshop that I didn't come back live a second time, but I will come back and we'll talk about this because we really need to talk about this. But I see now Wednesday morning we need to come and just have some chat. I forgot to have my little coffee and everything. Thank you, Kanoe. I appreciate you. Yeah. Okay. My mama used to say too much of a good thing may not be good for you some days. So I get that. Yes. Okay, sisters. Thank y'all so much for being here. Yeah, check out some of the other videos that I've put out. The email will be going out shortly. Let's see here. Is there anything else I want to tell y'all? Happy new moon in Leo. Love y'all. Blessings to all the goddesses. Thank y'all. I see we need to talk about cycles a little bit. Thank y'all. Y'all have a wonderful day.